Hi everyone, I hope everyone is doing well today. I just want to take a minute to thank all my viewers, subscribers, people who like and comment. I truly greatly appreciate all of you. It really means so much from the bottom of my heart. So thank you, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. It's been really nice to interact with a lot of you through comments. So just know that that really means a lot and thank you. So this morning I woke up very early with a bunch of downloads, and I always have a notebook next to me because who knows when I will get downloads. And if you see me looking down, it's because I'm referencing all the notes that I took this morning. So I wanted to touch base on a few things today that I had gotten. So we've been talking about, in my readings, I've been talking about how 2023 is going to be a very big year, right? We spoke of shifts and how things are going to be changing and feeling the shifts that's taking place. I did mention in some of my readings that the new moon that happened on December 23rd was quite interesting. It was a very strong surge of energy that came through, and it's all about purging, cleansing, releasing, and surrendering. So, this is what 2023 is all about, and the universe is going to make sure it happens. So, it's all about, it's like there's going to be a lot of revelations this year, there's going to be accountability here. So, what does that mean? So let me back up for a second. So when you add up the numbers 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3, that is the number 7. The number 7 is a very spiritual number, and angel number 7 speaks of intuition, spirituality, inner wisdom, strength, and knowledge. So, you think about it, there's seven colors in the rainbow, seven seas, seven wonders of the world, seven chakras, 7 days of the week. So there's a big significance with seven, and the number seven in tarot is the chariot, which is fast moving forward direction. Now, I will tell you, from an astrology perspective, I'm not an astrologer. I'm not going to pretend I am. One of the people I watch is Pam Gregory, and she is really good. If you look in the description box, I have her website. You can get a free birth chart from there and download it. So, again, if that's something you're interested in, look in the description box. The information's there. And, a lot from an astrology perspective, the birth chart gives us ideas of, as we go through the year and we go through these cycles and planets and retrogrades and all of that moving around, it really identifies in the birth chart of kind of what we're forced to look at, what we need to work on, what house is it in, and what's it going to affect. And it's very instrumental and helpful to look at that so you're aware of maybe why you're feeling a certain way. A lot of the full moons and new moons have a very, as well as retrogrades and planets moving, have a true force on us. So when I was watching her the other day, she noted that we have 7 full moons from October of 22 to April of 2023. 7. And in each of those full moons, it's 16 degrees in a specific zodiac sign. And the number 16 in the tarot is the Tower. So there's going to be some big shakeups. Not little ones. They're going to be big. They're going to be noticeable. It's like shaking the foundation of how things are built and how things are working. So, an example, excuse me, one of the things, I guess the best way I can try to put it into words, more or less, it's like I saw the image of the Two of Wands, okay? The Two of Wands depicts a fork in the road. and you either take the path to the right or the path to the left. One path is the right way, the other path is not the right way. It's the wrong way. And what do I mean by that? We will see individuals and organizations and companies. Things will come to light for those people who are truly people in organizations and who don't have a genuine purpose at heart. They will be revealed, more or less. Okay? So if you have certain people who do things specifically for fame, for the money, and not truly to help others, you know, they're gonna feel it, and we're gonna see it. So, for example, when I started this channel, I had a few people say, well, you can set up a PayPal account to accept donations. And I'm like, I really don't want to do that. Like, I really want to try to do this on my own because I'm not monetized yet. And I'm like, you know what? It's like I kept getting and hearing, build it and they will come. And that might sound cliche, but it's like I took a complete leap of faith to start this channel, like the fool, taking a huge risk, stepping out of my comfort zone in fear of judgment. But I knew intuitively this was the right decision. I knew that based on the experiences I've had in the past several years, which have been very hard, just like a lot of people, you know, it's like I went through these lessons and things so I could hopefully help and inspire others with similar issues or going through things and just giving some type of hope. Okay. Um, it's it's scary. It's very scary. But again, I'm jumping into faith here. I am believing in something I can't see, but intuitively I know in my heart and my soul, it just feels so right and feels so good. So, you know, it's like there may be some other people out here like on YouTube, and it could be with anything. It just doesn't need to be with tarot readers, right? That, may charge for different things, and then it's like, oh, an additional thing or whatever. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I'm not saying that's wrong. But there's good and bad in everything. So there's people, a lot of readers who come out here, they're good, they have true, genuine intentions. And the honest truth is that there's a good bit of them too that aren't genuine. It's about the money, it's about, whatever. And again, it's not just with tarot readers, it's with anything and everything. So those people who are not doing things for the right reasons to help others, and instead of greed, it's going to be all exposed this year. It's going to start all coming out. So it's there's a lot going on astrologically here, and it's crazy how, if you watch astrology, how you can see how many things are affected by planets going retrograde, and planets moving into this house or that house, and it's really wild, weather and moods and everything, right? So just know that it's best to always go the high road, because whatever it is you want to call it, karma, there's good karma, there's bad karma. Karma will catch up with you. Okay? So, with accountability, it's like let me give you another example of accountability. So I went to the doctor the other day. I was having some ear issues, and he was ready to get up and walk out the room, and I was like, well, are you going to check my ears? And he's like, oh, no, 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 I don't. And I'm like, no, I want you to check my ears. And he just kind of looked at me, and I said, and I asked nicely, you know, please, I'd really feel comfortable if you checked my ears. Like, and I'm like, if I have ear problems and I don't understand. So it's about voicing what it is. If we have questions, ask. We're all human. Doctors are not perfect. Nobody's perfect, you know, and it's about being your own advocate, because the only person you can depend on to take care of you is you. Okay, so find your voice, because that is a huge thing that's going on within this next year. Now, let me tell you how that, it's a year of assessment as well. So, I've spoken in my readings about cleaning the closet, given the example about cleaning the closet. So, if you go shopping and your closet's already full of stuff and a lot of stuff you don't even use, and you don't have space to put anything else in the closet, everything's kind of jumbled together and it's made to be disorganized, and it's like, it's there, and it's like you can feel the heaviness of having to, have to clean it or go through it. Could be an attic, could be a garage, a shed, whatever. Okay? So, spirit is definitely pushing all of us to assess our lives, including material things, persons, places, things, and purge what no longer serves our highest good. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. Clothes are energy. Money is energy. So, an example, if you have friends that you're always reaching out to your friends, and, or whoever, and wishing them a happy birthday, and it's like you never get that reciprocated, even if you've been friends with them for 20 years, if they can't reciprocate the energy that you're giving them, spirit, the universe is saying it's time to cut it out. It's fine to have all the good memories that you've had together. Everything else, it just let it go, and let it be, because it no longer serves you. And the reason is because we're shifting, and people are either going to get on the bus with us to shift on us on our path, or they're not. And if they're not, then we need to leave them behind. And I know that really sounds kind of cold, but I found it very interesting how when when I was reading several of my comments, I had people state how they had to cut family out and friends out because that came out in the readings, and how good they felt afterwards. And you don't think you will, but you truly will, because you don't realize you're holding on to the energy. It's like you're holding on to hope that's really not there. And then that's when you get into the expectations, and then expectations aren't met, and then your feelings are hurt, and it's like, why keep going through the same cycles? It's just like third parties. I mean, third parties are just crazy. And then we're in Mercury retrograde, so it's like they're all coming back. And it's like the universe is saying, okay, let's think about this. If the person comes back and you get back together with them, are you going to trust them? Is it going to be a true healthy relationship? Probably not. Because you're going to be constantly in your head about, checking their phone. Shit, I don't know, maybe even tracking where they are. blowing up the phone, calling, texting, whatever. What are you doing? Where are you at? When you coming home? Whatever it is, however that relates to you. Is that a healthy relationship? No, you don't trust them. Spirit's saying if somebody doesn't make you feel like home, it is time to release, surrender, and move on. Because it's like the image I got this morning. If you cook spaghetti or you go to boil water for anything and you put the stove on high and you walk away for a couple of minutes, there's a chance that that water could be boiling over by the time you come back, depending on how long you're going to be. So, are you going to take that risk? Because if you take that risk, I'm telling you, the universe is going to throw in a tower, and it's not going to be a small one. It's going to be one that you feel, and it's going to be one that's painful. Because the universe has been pushing us and pushing us for years now to purge. And some people refuse to learn that lesson. And when you refuse to learn the lesson and the universe has to step in, it's more painful. But it's for your highest good. So, look at your friends. Look at, it's crazy because in the last 6 to 8 months, I've really started to notice who are my genuine friends and who are not. Who's just there to be nosy and get information, and who's truly there for me. And there's only 2 people out of about 10 who are there for me. And I've cut them off because it is not healthy. And since then, I have felt so much better. And it's a lot easier said than done. I know. It's going to hurt. It's going to be painful. But you're going through pain now when they don't reciprocate what you give them. And it's like every time you're expecting something from them, it's like taking that scar and reopening it for a lot of you. And Spirit says no more. So just think about that. Be your own advocate here. We will see larger companies, organizations, such as healthcare. I'm not as familiar with healthcare outside of the United States as I am inside the United States. But, everything is about the numbers. I have family members, multiple family members in the medical industry, and it's really scary. People are not getting the quality of care they used to. It's all about how many patients get in, how many patients get out. If you sit in a doctor's office, which probably if you're in the United States, you might sit a good hour before you get seen, maybe even longer. What kind of care is that? Do you really think you're getting the quality care? Very few doctors are doing full assessments when you go in. So guess what? That means you need to speak up and you need to be the advocate for yourself. So make sure you give them all the information of any past history, medications, whatever that means. Okay? So I'm hoping that I think a lot of us feel that there's more evil in the world and bad in the world than good. And that could be true. But it's how you decide what path you go down. Are you contributing to that? You know, I live in the South, I live in Louisiana, and some people think because they go to church every Sunday, they can act however they want the rest of the week. Doesn't work like that. It's how you treat people every day. It's how you treat strangers. It's how you treat family. It's how you treat friends, neighbors, how you talk to people. Are you friends with somebody 1 minute and when they turn their back, you're talking about them? That's not the right path. So when I say assess, I mean assess everything. Your tactics, your motives, your actions, your material things around you. A lot of us block our own blessings because we don't make the space for beautiful new things to come in. Okay. So I've hoped this sheds some light, gives a little bit of help with what we're kind of going through. You know, we're in that full moon in Cancer on January 6th in the United States. The effects can be anywhere from 2 weeks to 30 days typically. So, I mean, there's a lot of shifts going on. But again, I'll have Pam Gregory's information in the description box to go to her website if you want to get a free copy of your birth chart. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Keep standing in your power, and I'll see you soon. Bye.